And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin and BNB analysis video. I was laughing earlier because right before I started the video, my mic stand sort of popped up and just hit my nose, and I caught it on video. So yeah, that was funny. I had like a little replay. But anywho, I've decided to do Binance Coin today because someone in the live stream from yesterday actually requested Binance Coin, and I want to let you guys know that I am listening to your altcoin requests. So if you're looking at any altcoin that you want me to cover, make sure to take this time, pause the video, get into the comment section, tell me which coin you want me to cover. Okay, and I will deliver in the next video. Of course, popular vote wins. So just a heads up on that. Now today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin specifically on the monthly time frame because, well, we do close a monthly in around 5 days. It's going to be an important close. It's looking ugly as hell right now. But hey, 5 days, a lot can happen in 5 days, even on Bitcoin's chart, even still on Bitcoin's chart. So I'll be talking about the monthly. In addition to, we'll be talking about some of the lower time frames to see what price is doing right now to anticipate the next most probable move on the chart. There are a couple of there's one very interesting flag that has gone off on the Mango dashboard that I want to go over today. So we'll be talking about that too. That could give us a tilt, and hey, perhaps the bulls are building some momentum here, okay? So yeah, I think we're going to keep this relatively simple, and then right after that, we're going to jump into BNB. Now, of course, I will be including timestamps in the description below, and it goes without saying, guys, your likes go a very long way, okay? So if you haven't already smashed that like button, please go ahead and do so, but also no pressure. If you want to wait until the end of the video to see if you get any value from here, then I completely respect that. You can wait until the end. So now with this, we can jump right into today's analysis. We're going to first start off with Bitcoin. Oh yeah, sorry, one more thing. So I want a poll. Just let me know what you guys think once again in the comment section. I'll try and include a poll in the community tab. But do you guys like the duos with me and Sean? Would you rather the two of us come into these little live streams that we hold every time during this time? Or would you just rather us do it individually? That way you guys get our independent thoughts on the chart. Let us know on that too, if you guys would like the duo setup, or would you guys like the individual setup? That way, well, we can plan things accordingly. Okay, so yeah, chime in on that as well in the comment section so that we can jump into Bitcoin's price action. Once again, keeping it very simple. On the monthly time frame, guys, we have around 5 days left on this candle. And it's going to be an important one because I think depending on where Bitcoin really closes relative to that 21 EMA, I think that's going to be the major tell in what we can expect getting into the month of May, whether or not we can expect a rally getting into the month of May, or do we start off the month of May with an additional pullback perhaps into that 25k region, which everyone's got their eyes on, right? So I'll be looking for that piece of information on the monthly close. Where do we close relative to the 21 EMA? Because that likely is going to give us the tip off on the next potential move. Okay, and what we can expect from the month of May. If we close over the monthly 21 EMA, I think that's going to be a very good look for the bulls. At that point, the ball will be in the bullish court. So I'll be looking for a pickup on that region. However, if we close underneath the monthly 21 EMA, we could very well see another meltdown into $24,000. Okay, which, is it a bad thing? No. So I haven't really included the monthly 21 EMA into my bullish triggers. It is a part of it, yes, but I'm not looking at that as the most important trigger, right? I've been going over 4 bull run triggers with you guys, all of which are still very much active. So that's something to note. Okay, and that's why my entire thesis on this still being in bullish territory holds true. Okay, I am still bullish on Bitcoin. It's just a matter of where do we see the next pullback opportunity. Okay, I'm going to remain bullish until proven wrong. Keeping it very simple. So now with this wrap on the monthly time frame, let's move into some of the lower time frames. I want to focus on the more immediate time frames that way we can anticipate where price actually can get pulled down to and what is the next probable move on the chart. For that, I want to first start off with the Mango dashboard because I'm seeing a very interesting flag on the Mango dashboard. So you can find this on app.mangoresearch.co. I'm sure many of you guys already know about this. But yeah, get into the dashboard, get into that the drop down menu on Bitcoin, and you're going to see this multi-time frame view, right? Now, the overarching view, now look at the daily to the 4 hour, we have bearish trends across the board, and I think we can all agree Bitcoin is very much in a downtrend across these time frames, from the 4 hour to the daily. Okay, now if you caught a short trade whenever these trends went off, you're up on your trades already, so we are seeing follow through from the bears. Okay, however, now check this out. On the 4 hour time frame, volatility right now, we are in this range of consolidation, right? Volatility right now at those blue numbers, telling us that, okay, volatility has compressed on the lower time frames. We can expect the next impulsive move to come to us relatively soon. However, look at the backdrop here. So it's a bearish trend, okay? Volatility squished to 15. However, notice the flags. Yeah, we have a bearish Ichimoku cloud there on the 4 hour time frame, but with potential bullish divergence on the RSI. Okay, so now there's volatility that has dried up with potential bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame. And this is something that I keep telling you guys about trends. When these trends begin to change, right? Even when these short trends turn into long bullish trends, they're first going to start off from your lowest time frame. Okay, the trend first begins from your 4 hour time frame, then it cascades on over to the higher time frames. You'll then see a pickup on the 12 hour time frame, then the daily time frame, so on and so forth. Okay, now you can see that the 4-day and the weekly are still very much in bullish territory. I'm sure we can all agree on that. I mean, just look at the trend on the weekly, right? We're still very much in an uptrend right here. Higher highs, higher lows, uptrend. Okay, solidified. 4-day time frame, higher highs, higher lows. This is an uptrend. Right? It's just the daily and the 12 hour and the 4 hour that we're seeing this bit of a downtrend. Now back onto the dashboard, I also want you guys to take note of the volatility. Now, yes, while we do have potential bullish divergence, if you have to really sort of assess and weigh the bullish signals to the bearish signals, from the 4 hour to the daily, we have more bearish signals than we have bullish signals right now. So the overarching probable move is to the downside, of course. Okay, but that one flag, that potential bullish divergence, the key word in there is potential, by the way. Okay, I'll be giving you the certain criteria, the triggers behind that potential bullish divergence going off. Because if the bullish divergence triggers, then we could see a shift in order flow right there, right? We can see a shift in forces between the bullish force and the bearish force on that lower time frame. Because essentially, when you're looking at your trends, guys, your trends are always going to start from your lowest time frame and then cascade on over to your higher time frames. So if that 4 hour flips long, then we can expect that momentum to perhaps potentially get into the 12 hour time frame and the daily time frame, and then switching those trends from short to long as well. Okay, but we'll have to wait and sort of assess. So far, from looking at the volatility and the trends, it's telling me that, okay, the bears still might have a bit more oomph left in them. Okay, but once again, I'll be going over targets. I'll be going over the exact levels. I'll be looking for price to break in order for me to anticipate further downside. And essentially, when does that bullish divergence actually get triggered? Now, with that, let's get into the chart. Okay, now I'm currently on Bitcoin USDT on the 4 hour time frame using the Bitstamp chart. Let's first go ahead and dissect the trigger for that potential bullish divergence move. Okay, I'm going to turn on my oscillators for that. I'm going to knock off my Stokes. Now remember, we found the potential bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame. For those of you who are new to this entire world of TA, don't worry, we're going to be breaking this down. I'll be giving you the criteria and saying it out loud as to what I'm expecting price to do in order for that trigger to go off. But now we need to understand that our divergence play is hinged on a 14-bar look back period. So I usually like plotting out 14 bars. Okay, and then I sort of plot that in with a vertical line on my chart, which comes in right here. Perfect. Now I'm looking at just all the price action from where price is at right now to the vertical line. Okay, that's all I can look back into to draw out my divergence play. So, and you can see it's very, very clear, right? We have a series of higher lows on RSI, okay, but lower lows on price action. So when does this potential bullish divergence actually get triggered? I'm keeping this very, very simple, guys. As soon as price stakes out that 4 hour 21 EMA, and for this instance, I'm going to be looking for candle body closes, because you guys can see that ever since we actually broke down right here on 19th of April, we had every attempt at reclaiming that 21 EMA has been met with a swift rejection by the bears. Okay, we have not had one successful close over the 21 EMA, so that's essentially what I will be looking for. Confirmation would be even better. So I'll be looking for price to not only close over the 21 EMA, but in addition to that, I also want to see this wick low right here. Let me just fix my scale. Apologies. Okay, I'm going to zoom in to this entire cluster. I essentially want to see the lowest wick on this candle, which comes in at around, let's go ahead and get the number for that, comes in at around $26,981. I want to see that get defended. Okay, I want to see that be maintained as the lowest point in this entire range. If price takes that region out to the downside, if we break that low to the downside, I'm saying that potential bullish divergence gets negated immediately. Okay, I will not be looking at that. I will not even be considering it. At which point, if we actually manage to take out that low, I will be anticipating further downside for Bitcoin. Alrighty. So this is the criteria for the potential bullish divergence trigger. Taking out the 21, but in addition to that, making sure that we don't take out this wick low right here. Alrighty, now if we take out the 21 EMA, are we clear for the next move? No, I mean, remember, this yellow line that you see on my chart is the monthly 21 EMA, and so far the bulls have lost every fight on reclaiming that to the upside. So I feel like, yeah, while we would, if we do take out that 4-hour 21 EMA, we still have another battlefield right in front of us, which is the monthly 21 EMA. However, that being said, I do believe that if we take that out, if we actually see that cascading play that I spoke to you guys about on the dashboard, if we see that cascading play to the upside, that's when we would trigger a bit of a pattern right here. Okay, and that pattern is this. Let me just get my brush out. We'll have a little W-like formation, okay, which would then, and the neckline you can see actually falls smack on that monthly 21 EMA resistance overhead, right? That pattern play would take Bitcoin all the way up to, let's take the measured move of that, plot it on the break. If we do get the break, that would take us all the way up to 28.7K. Okay, but is that the high probability move here? No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not. Because so far, I mean, this is a bearish picture. The amount of rejections we've seen on the 21 EMA, not just that, guys. If I take you on over to the daily time frame, turn off all of these nasty lines, apologies for the mess, zoom in to this entire price action zone right here. Look at that candle from yesterday. That was a spinner, candle. Right, it was a bearish spinner, and that was proper indecision from the market with a bit of downside follow through on the open from today. So I'll be looking for some. We want to see a bit more juice from the bulls in order for this picture to start turning around. I want to start seeing strength now in this range from the bulls in order to get some revival to the upside. But so far, I do believe that in the short term, the bears have the edge. However, that said, now in order for me to anticipate the next move to the downside, I want to see price take out once again. Let's put those horizontals back on. Basically take out the wick low on this. Okay, if we can actually take out the wick low here at 26.9K, I'm saying further down we come. Where to next stop? 25.6K. All right, that is going to be the midpoint, and this actually also lines up. I do believe there's a C-span trade on the daily time frame, right, from the Tenkin going all the way down to the Kijun, and there it is. Beautiful. Right, once again, knock off my lines. I'm so sorry, like, it's so untidy. I just like keeping my lines on. I feel like they're all important. I use the price action, I'm using the momentum on the chart, and every time I lose it, I have to go back in and recalculate everything. I should start using my object tree a bit more. But anywho, I'm looking at the C-span trade from the Tenkin. As you can see, it got initiated right here on 19th of April, and which is actually a very neat trade. Now that you think about it in hindsight, everything is perfect. But from the Tenkin, we not only lost the Tenkin, but we lost the 21 EMA. The next candle too, we got a retest of those two regions. Once again closed significantly under, and then continuation to the downside. So usually the C-span trade is a setup where you can trade it all the way from the Tenkin going down to the Kijun and vice versa. So the Kijun right now comes in at around 25.6K, right? Also lining up with that green zone right there. For those of you who forgot what that green zone was about, to really help me understand who's got the edge in any particular zone in the market. If price is living over the midpoint, I'm saying the bulls have the edge. If it's under the midpoint, I'm saying the bears have the edge. You can see that actually lines up with the midpoint. Oftentimes when we break into the range, it gets pulled into the midpoint, and depending on whether we break the midpoint, only then will I anticipate the next move to the downside all the way to the bottom of the range. Okay, so you can see the bottom of the range comes in around 22.9K. We have a lot to do before getting down to 22.9K. What is a lot? There's that one target that everyone's looking at to the downside, and that is that entire weekly cluster of resistance now turned into support. For those of you who missed it, it's this right here, right? We're looking at this entire cluster on the weekly time frame: 10 SMA, 200 simple moving average, 55 exponential moving average, 200 exponential moving average, 21 exponential moving average. It's all in that zone. I'll say this, that is going to be the major battleground. Okay, and why is that? It's because all of those bull run triggers that I've been bringing up to your attention now for, well, months on end, they're all sitting in that region right now. So depending on how price performs off that, if it gets down there, depending on how price performs off that region, that is going to give us a very, very clear picture in what to expect for the remainder of this quarter. Okay. I feel like the overarching theme is throughout this entire sort of consolidation bear market phase is to just break signatures. Have you noticed that? Like, we have done so many things so differently during this entire bear market. We've taken out the 200 simple moving average, which we have never done in Bitcoin's history. The 200 exponential moving average, we've done that once, but still found relatively good support quite immediately after breaking it. However, that said, I will still be sticking to my signatures, okay? That is my system, right? Follow your system, because that is essentially what is going to set in that discipline for you as a trader. Setting in systems is your guideline, okay? In order to, well, have discipline in anything that you do, you first need a guideline. The system is your guideline. If you do not have a system, you cannot really be disciplined or work on discipline towards anything, right? So your system is your guideline, and the triggers is mine. All right, so I will be following that. But yeah, that's just a quick heads up. Much of my triggers right now are in that little zone right there. So we'll have to see how price performs off of it. But for now, I think we're clear as long as we're living over that. The key regions, once again, quick recap. For further upside, I will be looking for price to take out first stop, 4-hour 21 EMA coming in at around 27.6K. Second stop coming in right here at around 27.8K, which is also our monthly 21 EMA. Okay, so for further upside, that is the range that you want price to take out. For downside, look for price to take out 26.9K. If we start taking that out to the downside, I will be looking for continuation all the way down to 25.6K. Okay, so it's a C-span trade, plus it is going to be the entire weekly cluster right there. All right, very, very neat. So yeah, this is Bitcoin for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the Bitcoin analysis. With this, we can move on over to BNB. How much time do I have left? Not too much, so we'll keep this high level. So yeah, I saw BNB yesterday, and I'm like, damn, that looks good. Someone brought it up, and it sort of prompted me to go and check the chart. So I have a very high level analysis for you guys, and I suggest keeping it high level, because you can see that even on the weekly time frame, this is still very much it's in an uptrend, very much an uptrend. You can see that we have a series of higher highs on here. Okay, and higher lows. In fact, with this, I want to go ahead and check it out on the dashboard. Let's quickly go and check it out on the dashboard. Whoa, never mind. It's rank 4. Okay, this is rank based on 24-hour trading volume. As you can see, BNB's trading volume is up, but not just that. This is a bloody outlier right now on the entire dashboard trend call, right? While everything is swinging bearish, BNB USDT is the only thing swinging bullish. With volatility compressed at 34, we have a bullish Ichimoku cloud setup. This long trend signal came in yesterday. However, we're not seeing the follow through just yet, although we're not seeing too much of a meltdown either. So let's go ahead and assess the trend across the board. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so we have long trends for the most part across the board, except on the 12-hour time frame. Okay, we have a short trend on the 12-hour time frame. The weekly is long, which is a good picture, and also very, very healthy volatility levels across the board. That said, the 12-hour time frame is swinging short with a tad bit of follow through from the bears. So what this is telling me is that overarching trend bullish in a consolidation might get a better bid. Okay, so with that, let's get into BNB USDT. We can see that there's a very, very clear uptrend on the weekly time frame. I also spotted an ascending triangle. For those of you who do not see it, you should be able to see it right now. If I just zoom out of my chart, turn off that entire ribbon, I'm currently on the weekly time frame. But if you just notice this entire sort of profile of price action, it's drawing an ascending triangle. An ascending triangle, guys, on a technical standpoint, is a bullish pattern. Okay, we can see a series of higher highs, and not just that, the sellers are not willing to sell at lower prices as soon as we get to the top of the range right there. Okay, every time the buyers have been able to meet the sellers on that point at around $336. Okay, so that is a bullish stance. Try and break it down in terms of the buyer and seller psychology when trying to understand your patterns. Now, if I take the measured move of the pattern, plot it on the break, where will this take BNB up to? $635. I feel like BNB is like this hedge for the bear market. This is not financial advice. This is just a very, very crude observation I've made. It's like it doesn't drop as much as everything else. The chart always looks so neat, like it could be in a freaking museum somewhere. But anywho, so you can see that we did see a break out of the pattern right here on the week of 10th of April. That said, there is no confirmation. So we saw one close over that region, but the second weekly close closed underneath that $336 region, which is the neckline of the pattern. I do believe that we could see a test of this entire cluster right here. From the Kijun going all the way down to the 21 EMA, okay, with the 21 EMA coming in at $312. And I've been trying to get as greedy on my bids as possible, especially now that there's no froth in the market. People are still a bit uncertain. When there is uncertainty, you can gun for the better bids, gun for the greedy bids, okay? That's one little tip that I have for you guys. But yeah, I think the best bid opportunity on BNB right now is going to be that 21 EMA. Historically, if you just even go and do like a cursory sort of back test on price action relative to the 21 EMA, you'll find that it's been a very, very, very good guideline. In addition to that mango dynamic indicator, right? You'll find that the dynamic essentially caught almost the entirety of that previous bull run. So I was using that on BNB and found tremendous success until the entire signature broke. But you can see that currently price is also getting supported on that dynamic. So we're currently living over it with the dynamic flipped green. Okay, and once again, lining up with almost that red box territory right there. Okay, so if I had to really get greedy on this entire range, I'll try and gun for the 21 EMA. I think that is going to be a very, very easy bid to manage, because then if the weekly actually closes underneath the 21 EMA, you know that you are wrong on your trade, that there is additional time left before BNB actually takes off. Okay, but set and try and get in those greedy bids. That way it's an easy trade for you to manage just in case you want to get out of it. Right, don't just go willy-nilly into trades, not if you can actually get a good bid, because suddenly you're sitting in a very, very comfortable position. So yeah, this is BNB for you. Overall, I think this is I don't think it's an uptrend. It is an uptrend on the weekly time frame, ascending triangle. If we see additional breaks of this region right here at around $336, essentially additional weekly candle closes over that region, I'm saying the bulls are in control, likely going up. Where to from there? Next potential test is going to come in at around $400. Okay, I'm just looking at the next horizontal. Wow, that is right. There we go. What is that move going to be? I'm looking at the range plate, that's going to be a good 17% to the upside. As far as downside moves are concerned, just turn on your 21 EMA and your Ichimoku cloud. And as soon as price starts taking out the 21 EMA, you know that you're wrong on your trade. We're likely coming down further. And now the next critical region that I will look towards for BNB after the 21 EMA is only going to come in at the Tenkan here at $284. That is going to be the next potential bid opportunity on this chart. If we take out 284, yeah, brace yourself for lower. 218 is going to be the next stop to the downside. So that is the current range for BNB. Overarching picture right now, still bullish, hinged on the weekly 21 EMA. So watch for how price reacts off of that region, because that is going to be that pivot point. That's going to be your fulcrum almost, based on where price wants to go. Okay, so if we get defended on 21 EMA, all is a-okay. If we lose 21 EMA, further down we come. Keep it simple for BNB. So yeah, this is all I have for you for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you want to keep up with the latest mango juice, please go ahead and hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.